Hi everyone, McBeard here, back with another video, back in the new patch, finally testing out some new stuff. However, one of the things I wanted to test is how many decks would still function very similarly in the new patch, as we have seen a lot of new cards come in, and a lot of new archetypes show up, a lot of new decks, things that are strong weren't as strong as before, new things are very strong. So while I have tried a lot of stuff, and I do have some videos coming about those things that I have tried, one of the first things I jumped into was Henselt machines. And I felt like you can get away with playing this deck almost identically to how it was very strong in the previous patch. So here we have the list on the side here. I can show you that now because we have this new deck builder, and this is going to be the new layout for the videos, I guess, moving forward, because this is just how it works. So I'm calling this video Still the King because Henselt is still pretty good the way he was. There's only one major and prominent and serious nerf that occurred, and that's that Ronvid does not protect you from an open pass anymore because he comes out at the end of your round. So outside of that, there hasn't been much to talk about, but I did make the addition of Vandergrift in this deck, and I've got great gameplay that highlights some of the really cool stuff you can do with Vandergrift when you get him to kind of proc as many of the Ragnaröks as possible. So just going real quick here, Villen Tretmirth is, a staple for a round 3 closer. You can usually set up a lot of stuff with Ballista and Reinforced Ballista to make sure that Villen Tretmirth gets a lot of value. Plus, you should be able to have the tempo to push the round to the point where you actually are in the driver's seat for round 2, so you can play taller, maybe get your Dun Banner out, and then ultimately close it out with Villen Tretmirth. Vandergrift with Ballista and Reinforced Ballista, you can sculpt the board full of ones, so Vandergrift can actually get you a lot of value. As soon as you have a row or two where you think that you're going to get Ragnarök ticking for a while, play him. You want a long round, but you also want a lot of units, so he's good in many different situations. Try to get as close to 20 as possible, and you should be pretty satisfied with this card. Shani is going to do Shani things in this deck. She reses everything that you have. Very good, usually for Margarita late. Although I do think Margarita might be a cut, but usually Margarita is good. A Siege Master when you need it, a specific machine to sculpt for Villen Tretmirth, and Muzzle is still pretty good. There's a lot of stuff you can take right now. Bears are really strong, and they tend to restore Beastmasters, so that's one of the things you might want to take. But there's a lot of stuff you can take. 16 points for a gold that can disrupt strategy generally is pretty good. I'm kind of not sure how I feel about Muzzle right now, but in this list and in the gameplay you've seen, I will play Muzzle, and you'll see that. Taller, of course, when you win round 1, you have it for round 2. You can also play him on the red coin to proc your Dun Banners and just make it a bit more favorable. The game's a bit different now. Bronzes are much stronger. It's not as abusive, but it's still pretty good. Ronvid still is great, making sure that you have a crewman on the board all the time. People will still try to remove and banish this card. Margarita, of course, is very available to shut down strategies because there are decks that run on engines right now. We're seeing two kinds of decks, I think. Big tempo decks that play very proactively, and also control-y decks. But there is a middle ground there. There's like Nilfgaard Slaves. They also they tend to run Alba Cavalry. They're very good to lock, so you might want to hold Margarita for that. Death Mold also for removal, but also a Weather Clear. This deck has a lot of Weather Clear, which may be overkill, but generally I'm okay with running the extra crewman. So Death Mold tends to be more for removal. He's also flex, I would say. Elzer's Double Cross guarantees that you get Taller or Ronvid. Scorch guarantees that you can bring down a gigantic unit, and there tends to be a lot of them. Ballista allows you to line these up. Kidwinny Sergeant does clear weather, good against Moonlight decks, good against Dagon, who is out there with a Relic deck here and there, good against Aridin, which is also out there a bit, and, is an extra crewman, and they come down at 9 strength, which is usually enough to kind of keep things close. Reinforced Ballista and Ballista, both used with crewmen such as the Siege Master, so being able to activate and reactivate these deploy abilities with the machines, although it's not called deploy anymore. I'm not really sure why, but it isn't. But being able to basically sculpt the board and bring down units, bring them all close together, make a shelf for Scorch, make a nice little group of ones for Vandergrift, and ultimately level things off for Villen Tretmirth. And really, for value, Henselt on any of these targets is absolutely fantastic. You can get a ton of value this way. And finally, the Dun Banner. Because you play taller, usually with less fear, because you have Dun Banner, it makes it a little bit easier to get ahead on cards. So, you should be familiar with this deck. It's Henselt, of course. It's very Henselt-like, just like the last patch. You should give it a try. He's still pretty good. Maybe you missed the boat on him last time. We saw him represented in Challenger 2. He's still pretty good. Still the king, Henselt. Here's some gameplay for you. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. I don't play winches. No, I prefer just having the machines that are reliable. But I know that it's pretty good with Henselt. Sheila is also really good because she can play the special cards on top of that. So, who's my opponent here? Oh, it's monsters. Ah, there might be weather. Okay, this is... I can mulligan this for... because Ronvid's going to come out of ulcers. Alright, good hand. Good hand, IMO. Wow, the game is so much... Yeah, the memory leak is a real problem, right? Look how smooth the game looks now, guys.
Blood alone can my maid's honor unbesmirch.
Beauty. Beauty. Gotta check out the podcast. Hey, it's... The podcast, my friend, it is long. So if you have a long commute right now, we have a 2-hour and 42-minute podcast on the go. I've already started to record bits for the final podcast of the year on the 27th of December. One of my interviews has already been recorded. I hope you enjoy. I have a small chat with Matthew Mercer and Marisha Ray, who are very generous with their time to come on my little podcast. So super cool of them. And I have a couple of other people that I'd love to talk to for the holiday edition, which I will be cutting shortly. Isn't one winch enough for having that one extra Henselt spawn? Maybe. Probably. I have no ballista. But I do have Vandergrift. Maybe I'll just pop the eggs with this here. Maybe make more rows, potentially. They won't both come back here, will they? They come anywhere? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Vandergrift looking good. Vandergrift looking okay here. And if he plays another Harpy, you better believe I'm playing Vandergrift ASAP. If he plays another Selena Harpy, Vandergrift's going to look so good. It's basically like playing Ragnarok Plus. There's no way he comes back. I don't have to exhaust any of my like really good stuff. I would play taller onto that board so fast. Yeah, right? It's pretty good. This is like amazing, right? This wins me the round right here.
What has that witch done?
What has that witch done? So good. This card's so good. I didn't even have to like sculpt that board. Damn. Yeah, you don't want to play into that. No, sir. The one that pings for one isn't bad if you need an opener? Yeah, winch is probably okay. 3 winches and 3 ballistas and 3 rams. Oh, yeah, the rams are so good now too, right? This hand is good enough that I'm not going to risk drawing into aye, sirs.
Who takes an interest in cobblers? No one.
Now one.
For this most beautiful of maidens, I shall fight 100 duels!
That Vandergrift. We probably will get a better one than that today, but that was supreme, man. That was supreme. Imagine getting that off on round 3. Damn, son. So good. Maybe I run Renew for Vandergrift. Maybe Renew Vandergrift is what I would rather have instead of Shani, perhaps. Shani's pretty damn good, though, with Margarita. Especially, I think in this situation, Margarita's really strong against Consume, right? Uh-oh. Aye, sir.
Finally.
Oh, they go on random rows now. I see, I see. No eggs to eat. Must make the forktails so hungry. Hungry forktails. Here come the harpies, right?
I pass on every 10th round.
I might be able to get a really good pass here. Oh, necklace, huh? Okay. Do I just play Margarita because I could get Shawnee potentially and just lock? I think I just want to like deny all of his synergies here. Margarita's probably okay. But Margarita is great to react to later on in round 3, I think. If I had Shawnee in my hand, I'd Margarita right now, but I don't have that. I can also just muzzle it. That's probably fine too. Muzzle it might be fine. He can't slizzard it that way. Muzzle's probably great here. I think I'll just muzzle it. Yeah, it gets me ahead too. I don't think it's not a muzzle meta anymore. There's too many new gold cards. No one's running the old hotness. They're all running the new hotness. Random rose into usually an opponent brother. That's too bad. So they got nerfed in a way, right? Save Ballista to line up some Scorches. Yeah. I mean, maybe. I mean, I can always... Maybe. Ah, that might be a Margarita target that I want to hit. I think that might be okay. He played Monster Nest? He only has 1 then. So this is probably fine.
I'll gladly help. If I live to
Just
see
deny,
it.
deny, 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 deny. When am I going to use Henselt? I'm just wondering when I'm going to use Henselt here.
I'm an officer and a gentleman.
When am I going to use Henselt? I can use Henselt on a Ballista this round. Which would kill 7s. I'm going to play 2 more cards, and they're probably the Kidwennies. But without Shawnee, it's going to be actually hard for me to get value out of Henselt. So maybe I play Kidwenny and Henselt. Dead? Slizzard. Ooh, this is a good pass too, right? I think I push. I think I smell a little bit of blood here. I think I smell blood here. I think I can two round him. That may be very greedy of me, but I think I can 2 round him. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's the same thing either way.
You want peace? Fight for it.
Oh, it's not the same thing either way. That was way better. Oh, he's so boned. Oh, this feels like this is a fine pass, right? Yeah, he's so screwed, right? There's just so many ways I could have won that game. That was pure denial. I did nothing but deny his stuff. That Papa Bear rage. That was lame, man. I should have won that game. I don't think I got a win for that. I think I was higher than that. 39.
Nothing like a dwarf to get you to take sport.
For the record, my highest ranking ever was 4950. But that was before they implemented ranks beyond rank 15. So, but that was also in a weird world where people also had 5400. So it's not like I was that elite. But I was top 1000 in that situation. So I have been good.
For me, bilberries on
Gwent Up's making it happen more often? What, disconnects? Maybe that's true. Everyone in a game got a loss? Well, that's totally fair. Why haven't they just everybody over?
Brothers in the valleys need us.
Our brothers in the valleys needles. What do I like here? I could play Death Mold and kill the Skirmisher in bait weather and clear it, but that seems weird, right? I could just play the Kidwani, which is also fine. Pocket up the crew. Oh shit! I didn't really think that was gonna happen. Not that. Could I have done anything about that? I don't have my own muzzle, so bummer. If I could just get to go second once in a while, that would be okay, right? Doesn't seem to be happening very much. Oh, he passes. I fucked up. Because that's what people do. $43.50. Want to push for top 1,000? You should. Those borders are pretty sweet. I've been basically, for this pro season, I've gone to Europe 4 times. I have had a little bit less time than most people maybe would have to play this game.
I pass on every 10th round.
Still not enough. Still not enough. But if he plays another card here, I'm in good shape.
Nigh is the time of the white frost and white light.
What a loser. What a loser. I'm gonna have taller. Going down a card here and going first isn't so terrible. Isn't so terrible? I don't know.
I killed for less.
I don't know. I'm sure eventually he's gonna pass, right? It's gonna get to the point where he passes.
Whoa, those gunners are in for a world of hot.
Now we're talking. Henselt's dead, though? Not very good, is it? Not very good at all. I haven't tried Shawnee in any of these games, by the way. Not once. I haven't even seen her.
Mahakam! We'll pay men back for their persecution! Scoia'tael! Attack!
Holy shit, man. This dwarves are strong right now. God damn. Well, there's no play here for me. I mean, I should lock Yarpin, but it's not very good, right? Because I just don't have the points. It's kind of a waste, isn't it? Can I take it with a ballista if I lock right now? I think I can.
I'll gladly help if I live to see
The
it.
ballista gets 1 crewman, and it hits 5 things, so it's 16 points. Oh, fuck.
Whoa, those gunners are in for a world of hot.
Decoy. Alright. Killing that Siege Master was so bad for me. So Henselt's a 19-point play right now. That's like not even worth it, right? It's just like a waste.
Your will be done.
Even with this going off right now, considering it only hits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things, it's still good enough that I play the Ballista here. I just don't play it on this row. I don't need to. I'm not going to get double crewman. I mean, I get double crewman, so I get 5 points back, but I also create 4 points down because I'm putting 2 units on this row that's going to explode. So then... But I don't even necessarily get 5 points because there's only so many 2s on here. I think I just go ahead and do this.
Men of Kedwen, attack!
No carryover is kind of the big thing that I'm fine with. If he plays a card here, I guess.
We've met.
Oh, sick.
I don't recall.
Wait, what? Oh, right. No, this is perfect pass, right? Perfect pass. I guess it's a perfect. This is the pass I've been waiting for, right? I don't know. I think I want to pass here, right? Tilted so hard this morning, lost 100 MR. Now you're back at 4K. I'm not even at 4K, so how do you think I
broken.
Boom.
Alert to arms!
Well, at least those are out of my deck now. At least I won't be drawing into them, I suppose. I think I want Taller out of my deck, out of my hand now. Now I'm up a card. Pretty good. Then again, I do have Villen Trettenmirth.
I'm an officer and a gentleman.
All right. Villen Trettenmirth should play, right? Should be fine. If I draw Taller here, I keep him too. Do I though? I do, because I can control some. I think I keep him. Could have a lock. We've seen 5 of his silvers. The last one could be whatever the hell. What is it? Kieran, perhaps.
Mean they've not forgotten me. That's nice.
That's pretty good. Finally, we get to see Shawnee in this game. Oldest man is my opponent. Random question. What's my favorite quote from Gwent?
In the valleys need us.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one. What is my favorite? I kind of like the new peasant militia right now. There's a time to reap, a time to sow, and a time to die. I'm looking at Iris in my graveyard. I don't think... Oh, no, Iris is cursed. Shawnee can't res Iris. Right. I mean, I could res Margarita, but I might just res another Siege Master, right? Coexist is my ass. Yeah, good old Yorveth. Dance of Death is awesome, man. Shawnee is real. Shawnee's here.
Everything all right?
I can do some things here. I can do some things. One of those things is drop Villen Trettenmirth when I need to. Good old try-hard Henselt. Really? I'm running Vandergrift, but that's the only thing I've really changed here. I think this deck should be very good in this meta. I think this deck didn't change very much. Very little things were changed in this deck, so I think it's actually pretty good. Dr. Vernon Trettenmirth, paging Dr. Vernon Trettenmirth. Hello? Yes. Vernon Trettenmirth to the burn ward, please. In Sangfa, maybe Selkirk is more reliable. More reliable. Vandergrift is very reliable with ballistas.
Your vet will avenge us, Dwan!
Okay, that's fine. I can get the 10s here, right? Because what I do is I can play the Siege Master and heal the ballista, but not actually proc it twice. That's stupid, though, right? I mean, it only gets me an extra point on this board, but if I hit this with the ballista, it goes down to 11, and then I res a ballista into the crewman, and then I can ping this once, and then both 10s get scorched. Is that what I want to do with my life? It's actually better to do it this way.
I'm an
right?
officer and a gentleman.
Because otherwise I lose an extra point here, and I only gain 1 extra point from whatever else I ping. 2 points, I guess. I guess it's a wash either way. What did he take from me? What did I play? Oh, yeah. Well, that's fine. I still win. I still win here.
I'm a medic. I tend to know what I'm doing when I prescribe something.
This might not even be the best thing, but it's enough to win me the game. This doesn't matter, right? Is there any... Okay, we're done. We got him. We got him. We got him. Not too bad. Not too bad.